Amber Johnston's arrest. Why was Amber Johnston arrested? I'll explain everything. Behind the perfect image of this reality TV family, a dark rumor has been growing. It started online, in Reddit threads, secret Facebook groups, and whispered among loyal fans of the show. It's a rumor so shocking, so unexpected, that if it were true, it could end their TV career and destroy the family's reputation. The rumor? That Amber Johnston, the heart of the Johnston family, was arrested. But was she really? What could a mother of 5 and a loved reality star possibly be arrested for? In this investigation, we'll dig deep. We'll trace where the rumor began, look at the evidence, and finally reveal the truth. This is a story about fame, family, and how dangerous lies can be. To understand how serious this rumor is, we need to know more about Amber herself. Amber Johnston, born Amber Florist, didn't grow up in the spotlight. Her journey, like Trent's, was about finding her place in a world that wasn't always made for little people. From a young age, she was strong and determined, traits that would shape her whole life. She always knew she wanted to be a mom. A full house, lots of noise, lots of love, and nothing was going to stop her from having that. She met Trent at a Little People of America convention. Their bond was instant and deep. They shared a dream, a family, a home, a life lived their way. They married and had 2 biological kids, Jonah and Elizabeth. Then, they adopted 3 more children from 3 different countries. That decision alone shows Amber's character. It takes huge effort, endless paperwork, and a lot of love. And on screen, those qualities became part of what fans loved most about her. When 7 Little Johnstons first aired in 2015, the world got to see Amber's parenting style. She was clearly the leader, the one who made things work. She handled the family's schedule, money, schoolwork, and medical needs. Her style was direct, organized, and sometimes strict. She believed in rules and wanted to prepare her kids for real life. Amber fits a specific role in reality TV, the strong mom who doesn't mess around. Unlike some TV moms who are more relaxed or chaotic, Amber keeps things in order. The main drama on the show often came from her trying to keep that control while her kids grew up and pushed for freedom. An arrest, a total loss of control, goes completely against her public image. That's why the idea of it is so shocking and why people couldn't stop talking about it. But Amber hasn't always been loved by everyone. Some viewers think she's too controlling or even manipulative. They point to her arguments with her older kids, especially Anna and Jonah, as they tried to become more independent. Fights about college, careers, moving out, and dating have all played out on the show. These moments of tension made some fans wonder, is something more going on? Is the stress of being on TV getting to her? That's the public view of Amber, a strong, loving, and sometimes tough mom who built her life around her family. That's what makes the rumor of her being arrested so unbelievable, and at the same time, so irresistible to people watching from the outside. So where did the rumor even come from? A story this big doesn't just appear out of nowhere. We followed the trail back to where it started, and what we found shows how fast fake stories can spread online. It didn't begin with a big news story. It started with a quiet, mysterious post. The first major mention seems to have been in late 2023, on a gossip site known for wild rumors. It was a blind item, a vague post that said, "This strict mom of a big Southern reality TV family recently had a run-in with the law, and the producers are trying to hide it." The incident was a heated argument that got out of hand. The network is worried about their clean image being ruined. The post didn't name Amber or her family, but fans who love drama started guessing. A large reality TV family in the South. The Duggars? The Bates? The Plaths? Or the Johnstons? Strict mom? That sounded just like Amber. From there, the rumor spread quickly. It jumped from that unknown forum to more popular sites like Reddit, especially to subreddits about reality TV and 7 Little Johnstons. One post read, "Did anyone else hear the Amber Johnston arrest rumor? I saw on a gossip board that a Southern reality mom was arrested, and they're covering it up. Everyone says it's Amber. Anyone have tea?" The replies poured in. Comment 1. OMG, I knew it. The way she treats Anna, it was only a matter of time. Comment 2. Probably a DUI. They're always drinking on that show. On Reddit, people started putting pieces together, even if those pieces didn't actually fit. They linked random facts and clips from the show, building a whole theory out of thin air. Amber was missing from Instagram for a while. Some people said this must mean she was in jail. One user even said they studied recent episodes of the show and claimed Amber looked tired, with puffy eyes, or seemed tense. Dr. CLO explained that this is a classic example of confirmation bias. That means people already believed Amber was too controlling or close to breaking down, so they started looking for signs that confirmed what they already thought, even if those signs were weak. To a normal person, taking a break from Instagram means nothing. But to someone deep in the world of gossip and rumors, it looks like proof. This is how social media echo chambers make these ideas feel more real. The next part of the rumor growing happened on YouTube. Small channels focused on clickbait noticed people were searching Amber Johnston arrest. They began posting low-quality videos. These videos usually used robotic text-to-speech voices and acted like Reddit posts were real news. The titles of the videos were bold and sounded official, but the actual content was completely fake. But the algorithm doesn't care about truth. These videos got thousands, even hundreds of thousands, of views. Each view, comment, and share made the rumor look more believable. Now, it seemed real to many people, just because so many were talking about it. Then came the silence. The Johnstons and the TLC network didn't say anything about the rumor. They probably followed the usual celebrity rule: don't respond to baseless gossip. But because they stayed quiet, some people thought that meant they were hiding something. To those who already believed the rumor, the silence felt like proof it was true. So, a vague anonymous post on a gossip site had now turned into what many believed was a fact. But having a rumor is one thing. The story behind what Amber supposedly did is another. This is where the gossip turned even darker. Once people believed Amber had been arrested, they started asking the big question: why? What could she have done? There were no real reports or facts. So online detectives started making up their own stories. We've found 3 main theories that kept coming up in online conversations. Let's go through them one by one and look at the facts. The first big theory is about money. The Johnstons are successful reality stars. They reportedly make around $25,000 to $40,000 per episode. They live in a big, beautiful house. They've also started side businesses like Trent's car sales and an online store. With money comes attention. Some people online started guessing that Amber, who handles the family's finances, might have done something wrong with money. The rumors went from tax evasion to misusing money meant for the kids. People online started asking, how can they afford that house? Are they paying taxes correctly for their TLC income and businesses? They pointed to things like their Etsy store, suggesting, without any real proof, that something might be shady with how that income was reported. The truth is, money stuff can get complicated for reality stars or anyone who runs a small business. They get money from the network, from the store, and maybe from social media deals. Mistakes can happen, but online gossipers like to throw around big words like fraud or embezzlement without any facts. These words sound serious and people can't see behind the scenes, so it's easy to believe. But when you really think about it, this theory doesn't hold up. The Johnstons have been on TV for nearly 10 years. Their money is likely checked by accountants, lawyers, and the TLC network. If a financial crime had happened, it would have been caught long ago. Still, people love to talk about how rich reality stars really make their money, and some enjoy the idea of seeing them fail. The second and probably most common theory is that the arrest happened because of a fight at home. This is where what fans see on the show plays a big role. Amber and Trent clearly love each other, but they also argue. They don't hide that from the cameras. Some people online claim that one of their arguments went too far. The story they made up is that a neighbor heard a loud fight and called the police, leading to an arrest under domestic violence laws. To back this up, fans pointed to seasons of the show where Trent and Amber seemed more stressed than usual. There were episodes about problems in their relationship, big decisions they had to make, and the stress of raising 5 teenagers. Some people also said the fight might have been between Amber and one of the older kids. The long-standing tension between Amber and Anna was brought up often. Dr. CLO explained that this theory sounds believable to fans because it fits the story they've already been watching. They've seen the fights on TV, so it's easy to imagine that things got worse when the cameras stopped rolling. It's a story that almost writes itself. But it's also very damaging and unfair. What fans see is edited. Producers choose what to show. Every couple argues. But in the case of the Johnstons, fans turn those arguments into signs of something criminal, even when there's no real evidence at all. This theory is especially harmful because it takes normal family issues and twists them into something dark. It makes people believe the family is falling apart, even though there's nothing to prove that. The third theory is the most serious and upsetting. This one claims that Amber's strict parenting went too far, that her tough love turned into something abusive, which led to Child Protective Services stepping in and her being arrested. This theory is made up entirely by people who don't know the truth. They base it only on what they see on TV. Who have long criticized her parenting style. They label her a narcissist or emotionally abusive, cherry-picking scenes to support their armchair diagnosis. A scene where Amber demands respect or enforces a consequence is reframed online as abusive. A moment of frustration is twisted into a sign of an unhinged personality. This theory gained the most traction during storylines involving Anna's departure from the family home. Amber's direct and at times seemingly cold approach to the situation was interpreted by some as cruel, rather than as a parent trying to teach a difficult life lesson. This allegation is the most serious and has the most potential to cause real-world harm to the family. Accusations of this nature, even when completely false, can have a lasting impact, yet in the lawless world of online gossip it's thrown around with reckless abandon. These three theories, financial crime, domestic dispute, and child endangerment, form the core of the why behind the arrest rumor. They are built on a foundation of misinterpreted scenes, confirmation bias, and a complete lack of factual evidence. They are a testament to the internet's ability to create a detailed, compelling, and entirely fictional narrative. But now it's time to leave the world of speculation. It's time to enter the world of facts. We've examined the rumors. Now we're going to find the truth. The official record is waiting. After weeks of dissecting rumors and analyzing fan theories, our investigation reached its most critical phase, the search for verifiable proof. In the United States, an arrest is a public event. It creates a paper trail, a digital footprint that, with a little know-how, can almost always be found. If Amber Johnston was arrested, there would be a record. Our search began in the most logical place, Monroe County, Georgia, where the Johnston family has resided for years. The first and most direct method to confirm an arrest is to check the official records of the local law enforcement agency. We conducted a thorough search of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office's online databases, including their public arrest logs, also known as the blotter, for the period in question from late 2023 to the present day. These logs list the name of every individual arrested, the date, and the charges filed. We searched for Amber Johnston. We searched for Amber Florist, her maiden name. We searched for any Johnston in the age range that could be her. The result every single time was the same: nothing, zero record of an arrest. But we didn't stop there. Perhaps the arrest happened in a neighboring county, perhaps during a family trip. We expanded our search to include the surrounding counties, Bibb, Lamar, Butts, Jasper. We cross-referenced their public records as well. Again, the result was a dead end: no record, no trace. The next logical step was to check the court system. An arrest is followed by a court filing. We accessed the Monroe County Clerk of Courts online portal, a public resource that tracks all criminal and civil cases filed within the jurisdiction. We ran the same names: Amber Johnston, Amber Florist. We looked for any potential charges, from minor misdemeanors like a traffic violation to more serious felony charges. The search yielded absolutely no criminal case files matching Amber Johnston. There were no records of charges being filed, no upcoming court dates, no history of criminal proceedings. Let us be unequivocally clear: after a comprehensive and exhaustive search of all publicly available law enforcement and judicial records in the Johnstons' home county and all surrounding areas for the entire period of the rumor circulation, we have found absolutely no evidence to support the claim that Amber Johnston has ever been arrested. The paper trail that would inevitably exist simply does not. So what about the so-called evidence from social media? The Instagram absence. We reviewed her social media history. The break that fans pointed to was a period of less than 2 weeks, a perfectly normal time frame for a busy mother of 5 to be less active online shortly after she returned to posting regular family